attach or interpret. Attach or interpret.
So Abdi anasema wait, ngoja. No, listen. We have our own interpreter here. Where have you been since morning? We don't need your service now. Mtu akifuka ulikuwa wapi? We don't need your service right now. Mtu akifuka ulikuwa wapi? So kindly excuse us, hatutaki hapa. Nataka mtoto.
Lakini sasa hizo
hatutaki story.
But see attach or interpret. Attach or interpret.
So Abdi anasema wait, ngoja. No, listen. We have our own interpreter here. Where have you been since morning? We don't need your service now. Mtu akifuka ulikuwa wapi? We don't need your service right now. Mtu akifuka ulikuwa wapi? So kindly excuse us, hatutaki hapa. Nataka mtoto. So, kwa majina naitwa Abdile. I'm the chairman for the Nairobi Association for the Deaf. And here we have Martin. He's the Nakuru, the leader for the Nakuru. Now, we have over 200 deaf here from different places, different counties. Tuko the deaf number. Now, truly, tuko na uchungu sana. Sisi ati tunaongea, ati mtujaribu kuturelax, msijaribu kutucontrol. Kuna wengine wako na watoto hapa. Kuna my sister hapa ambaye alipoteza mtoto, yes. Pia mzee yake yako hapa. My sister is deaf na pia the husband is deaf. Walikuja hospitali. So sisi tunatukuja hapa tunataka tu mtoto. Daktari hapo walimwambia aje, wewe kwenda. Mtoto sasa ameshakufa alafu sasa unalialia nini? Wewe enda, mtu ashaenda mbinguni. Unalialia nini? What are you complaining for? Daktari ndo alisema hivyo mwenyewe. Now for me, I'm here. Mimi sitaki story refu ya nini. Mimi tunataka tu only two things. Mtoto kama ako hapo, mleteni hapa. Na kama mtoto hakuna, sawa pipi, hakuna kitu, we have nothing to say with you. Tuko pamoja? Yes. Mtoto kama ako hapo, tafadhali tuleteni mtoto, tunataka kumuona. That's the word we want to hear from you. After shawana mtoto, that's what we want to hear from you. Yes.
Sasa asante sana kwa majina, naitwa Samuel Mwaura. Ngoja kidogo. County Secretary Nakuru. Na ningetaka kuambia ndugu yangu, we had a small report on the progress. Sababu kuna petition tulipata pale headquarter about 1.5 hours ago. Na hiyo petition ile discussion tulikuwa nayo kwa ofisi imeaddress hiyo maneno yote. Lakini niseme ya kwamba saa hii kuongea ukweli hatujapata mwili ya mtoto. Lakini askari wametuambia kwenye wamefikisha investigation yao na wametuambia kwamba wameweza kuforward file kwa ODPP with recommendation for arrest and prosecution. Kwa hivyo hiyo upande ya security ndio wametupea na upande yetu ya facilitating investigation ili tuweze kupata hiyo mwili ya mtoto. Kwa hivyo kuongea ukweli mpaka sasa hatujaweza kupata mtoto, but tumepata hiyo report from the police.
The mkubwa hospitali ni nani?
Ako hapa anaitwa Dr. Waweru.
Why don't you resign? If mtoto wako angekuwa amekufa sasa ungekuwa hapa. Kama mtoto wako angekuwa amekufa, unaona sasa you are just smiling because sisi mtoto wako. Why don't you resign? Please tell us you have resigned. That's what we want to hear from you now. Tell us you have resigned.
Kwa majina ni Dr. James Waweru, msimamishi wa hii hospitali ya rufaa ya Nakuru. hii case hata sisi wafanyakazi wa hii hospitali imetuhuzunisha sana, na tunakubali kulikuwa na shida kwa wafanyakazi wa mochari, na tangu that time tumerecommend wote wakuwe interdicted na county government of Nakuru. Now we are cooperating with the DCI.
So anauliza swali, mtoto ako hai ama alikufa?
Mtoto alikufa na akakuwa certified.
What evidence do you have that the baby is dead?
We have all the papers. The doctor signed that the baby has been certified. But you tell us
now the DCI wanatafuta mwili for over 21 days, bado kesi mjasort. We have been waiting for a very long time.
Kesi iko na DCI.
Tafadhali tuambie kweli, mlipa mtoto na mkauza mtoto in this hospital. That's kuna kesi zingine tofauti. You as a person maybe uliuza mtoto, wewe ndio uliuza mtoto.
Madam, mtoto alikufa. Madam, lenga. Unajua itakuwa ngumu kuendelea kuongea.
Dr. Mwaura, the mother and the father will not sit down. We'll have to use the leadership. Maybe the leadership is. That's why I'm not speaking right now. That's why I allowed the deaf community themselves to speak, because I don't want to speak on their behalf. I'm just here to give them technical support. Like I said earlier, and I still stand with my stand. Kunakuwa na procedures mtu akishafarika na kila mtu anakuwa amekuwa labeled. Kwa nini hii inakuwa difficult hivi? Na kila mtoto anakuwa labeled mwenye amekufa. Kama mtu alikuwa labeled amekufa na inakuwa inaonyesha kabisa, kwa nini kuko na hizi long procedures? That's why they are very bitter.
You know, for us,
that's why it's kwenda kuongea. I want them to talk for themselves.
The reason we reported this case to the police and the reason we are treating it as a criminal case is because mwili imepotea after certification of death, and that's why we want the police to investigate the people who are culpable. Now wametuambia wamefile file kwa ODPP so that the ODPP can go with their recommendation of taking action. So mpaka ODPP sasa wapeane report back to DCI approving or disapproving prosecution and arrest. At this point there's nothing we can do because we already forwarded the case to DCIO. We are waiting for their communication back. However, the hospital through internal mechanism disciplinary, they have recommended dismissal of 5 staff and interdiction of 2. And though they have forwarded those recommendations to the Department of Health for concurrence. So by the end of the day, that process will have been done.
So Abdi is asking for those that have been terminated. You want to know their names? Who ambao umevuta 5?
What we will do, we can give those names if needed be, but after the process has been concluded from the departmental side. And we are promising by the end of today, we will make sure that they conclude their process so that if they're in concurrence with the hospital, we can avail that list.
Dr. Mwaura, nadhani wataridhika ukiwaambia majina. I don't know what
which are saying tutapeana, but the process must be concluded. Because remember, even this staff, they're also protected. So we can't halfway start exposing them. We must conclude the process, which we are promising will conclude today.
So what are you telling the family and the deaf community?
What we are telling them, the family and the deaf community, one, we are cooperating with the police to make sure that we get at the bottom of this issue. Because even for us, this is a criminal activity which cannot be allowed to go unpunished.
Where is the DCI Nakuru West?
We were with the police commander here, but the DCIO the police have already done their bit. The file is with the ODPP. So even if they come here, they will simply tell us they have forwarded the file to ODPP. And the ODPP is reviewing the file so they can give their recommendations.
We have nothing to say. In fact, I want to kuongea.
Problem. We're just going to stay here until you get the baby.
So one, on the issue of I think Daktari has explained that, and if you do have given there's a lady who has worked with the family, the journey. They could have told us the journey up to certification of death. That has been certified officially and we have records. So the only thing we are talking about is that the body disappeared and we need the police to investigate. Because that's not a police matter. That's not within us.
swali. If right now I go to the police station, can I get those 5 workers who have been terminated? Because huwezi kuvuta mtu kazi unamwachia enda akae nyumbani, because that's now something else. It's like we are aiding them. Please, you are not helping us, first of all. We are expecting that we go with our baby today. You gave us a notice that to go 72 hours. 72 hours imeisha. So what else do you want us to do? We have nothing else to do. So what do we want? Just the baby right now. There's nothing else we need. Just the baby right now.
Okay. Mine is a humble appeal. Because the reality is, we have already invited the police to carry out their mandate of investigating. Because even as we are admitting and accepting, this is a criminal activity that has happened here. The moment we subject ourselves to that, we must get now the police telling us who is responsible for that. So these are two independent processes. There's a criminal prosecution process, which is being handled by the police and the ODPP, and there's internal HR issues. So the internal HR issues are the ones that have the name of the officers who have been interdicted and those who have been terminated. So the police will give us their recommendation for prosecution, criminal prosecution. So the names will be availed by the Department of Health and not the police after the process is concluded. Sawa.